Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Lewis Thomas, your disillusionment coach and GP. Today we're talking about being an imposter and how you, me, and everyone else is actually an imposter. We're going to look at what effect this has on your life and on society, and then most importantly, how you can overcome it. So let's get started. So what exactly is an imposter? Someone who attempts to deceive by using an assumed name or identity. So let's think about this for a second. You're born as a completely unique individual. No one else, no other being has your exact sequence of DNA, and there's no other being that has had your exact life experience. So whether it's nature or nurture, people can be very similar, but they'll never be exactly the same. Now then, as humans, we have a natural desire to fit in. From a young age, you're taught to conform at school, at work, in your communities. This often means hiding parts of yourself that don't align with these norms to not stand out or be judged. This behaviour is completely understandable, it's socially acceptable, it's even polite. But it leads to a disconnect from your true self, and this is the reason why you are in fact an imposter, as are we all. You're using a fake identity to deceive those around you in order to be accepted, but you've been doing this for so long that you're just deceiving yourself as well. You've actually forgotten what your true identity was. It's kind of like a method actor who's got stuck in character. Self-actualization is all about achieving your potential and being the best version of yourself. So why is being an imposter bad for self-actualization? When you're constantly pretending to be someone you're not, you're denying yourself the chance to grow authentically. You end up pursuing goals that don't align with your true passions and values. This can leave you feeling empty and unfulfilled and prevent you from achieving true happiness and success. You're basically blocking yourself from the things that make life amazing for you as a unique individual. Pursuing and achieving these passions protects you from the inevitable negativities of life and setbacks, so that you're always going to keep going and keep growing. You'll find a way no matter what, because it's your passion, it's what you're meant to be doing. Being an imposter isn't just bad for you, it's bad for society as a whole, because when we suppress our true selves, society misses out on unique perspectives and contributions. Imagine a world where everyone feels empowered to share their authentic ideas and talents. We'd see more innovation, creativity, and collaboration. By hiding your true self, you're not only doing a disservice to yourself, but also the communities and societies that you're trying to fit into. It's ironic because the whole reason for being an imposter is to be accepted by those societies, but by changing yourself, you're actually worsening the future of that society as a result, because they're missing out on you being your best self. When you're being yourself and doing what you truly want to do, you're going to perform your best. A really good example of this can be seen in pretty much any anime TV show which features a power level or ranking system. Have you ever noticed how the most powerful characters are always the most unhinged? They've always got their own individual personalities and unique quirks, which go way outside of the expected norm for the role that they're in. However, this is also what makes them so powerful and better than the average person in that role, because they're being true to themselves and not wasting any energy by holding back. So I've spoken about being an imposter, but this is different from imposter syndrome, which you may have heard of. So when I qualified as a general practitioner back in 2019, I suffered from imposter syndrome. I felt like I had to fit the mold of a perfect doctor and act in a way that felt unnatural to me, especially because I looked different from the stereotypical view of what society expected a doctor to look like. I thought people would be more aware if I messed up, and that made me feel more self-conscious. I didn't want to stand out, so I hid behind this professional mask. But eventually I realized that this was just draining me and making me feel more like a fraud. I was so distracted by it that I couldn't be present, and it meant that I was just always on the back foot because my performance was suffering. So I let go of this goal of being perfect and I just started being myself. And funnily enough, people prefer when you're just authentic and yourself. So my consultations started to get better, I started to get more confident, and I started to perform better and feel less stressed. So what I'm saying is, being an imposter is a part of imposter syndrome. Well, imposter syndrome appears in a specific context, whereas being an imposter is just more of a general experience of life from a young age. And the way I overcame imposter syndrome in the context of me being a new GP wasn't anything to do with getting more confident in my abilities. It was about me getting more confident at being myself and taking the mask off that I was wearing. So that was a journey. It didn't just happen overnight. And that journey taught me that being genuine is far more powerful than trying to fit into someone else's expectations. Once I started growing my locks out, I thought, this is me. I'm still a good GP. You can't take that away from me. I'm not perfect. I'm just myself. So how can you start unmasking yourself and stop feeling like an imposter in your own life? Here are some tips. 1. Take time to understand who you really are, what you value, and what makes you happy. Okay, so here's one thing you can actually do to get this self-reflection locked in. Answer this question. How would you describe yourself to someone you're meeting for the first time if you knew that they were never going to judge you? So they have zero influence over your life or anyone else's opinion of you. What would you tell them about your personality, your values, your interests, your weird quirks? What would you say to them? 2. Challenge norms. Question societal expectations and norms. Are they making life amazing for you? Or are they holding you back? Do you need to subscribe to them to live as a functional human being? 3. Set boundaries. Learn to say no to things that don't align with your true self. You want to experience things in life that allow your true self to come out and run free. You don't want to waste time doing things in life that you know aren't going to give you that. It's kind of like a positive selfishness. By saying no to things that don't align with you, you're saying yes to the things that do align with you. And the more of those experiences you can have, the more that you will become your true self and remove the mask. 4. Seek support. Surround yourself with people who encourage and accept your authentic self. This is powerful because you're taking advantage of human nature to socialize and belong to a group, but you're choosing the group which allows you to be your authentic self. And lastly, celebrate uniqueness. Always embrace and celebrate what makes you different, because that's your special power, that's your secret weapon, that's what you have. Your uniqueness is your strength. Remember, unmasking yourself is a journey and not a destination. It takes time and courage, but the rewards are worth it. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more future videos. I release them every week. Also, share this with anyone who might need to hear the message. See you next time.